I'm starting off with some plums.
The same mistake! Hey, I'm Alexis, and I'm watching my cooking fails from Chef Out Water.
It's kind of cooking, baking. I think I'll do 2 more minutes and see what happens.
I am trying to microwave crust for lemon bars, and this was like one of the hardest episodes I've ever filmed. I think I was like left in tears afterwards. I never use a microwave to make food, and microwaves aren't meant to cook crusts.
Oh no, it's burnt. The good news is that there is some color on the crust. Bad news is that
There was no good news. It was all bad news. It literally smelled terrible. It smelled so bad. People were coming up towards the room and being like, is everything okay here? I mean, it looks like garbage. Like, that is unusable. I didn't actually use that version, but I just remember feeling after this, I was like, this is impossible. What am I doing?
So I would usually just roast this really low and slow for a while, but let's see what happens if we do.
I just want to say that I watched someone do this and it worked. So I wasn't totally grasping for straws.
Put them in the microwave. I'm gonna try to make polenta.
Oh my God, and I'm just ignoring the microwave.
Water. Maybe the milk is a bad idea in this case, but adding some salt. I need to wash, like something is fishy here. Something's wrong.
Had to intervene. Sorry, smoking. Alexis!
No, no. Oh, it's like on fire. I don't want to say this is a disaster quite.
Okay, the like #1 rule with cooking is don't leave the stove. Don't leave what you're cooking. And I like #1 rule just like fled the scene. It was, oh my God. So it already smelled bad from the crust, but this like legitimately caught on fire and was smoking, and I had to pour water on it to get it out. It was, oh my God, it was awful. After the garlic catching on fire, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna redeem myself. Like they edited together the video to make it look okay, like it all worked out, but it was just, I was truly like in tears at the end of the day. I felt so bad, I felt incompetent, I was like, I just made so many like rookie mistakes. I felt like I didn't understand how to use a microwave. It was rough. I mean, microwaves are just like on a totally different like power voltage and heat source, and every microwave is different. Never cooked with one, but like microwaves are really not meant for like cooking. Like they are great for reheating food. You can make things in them, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Relying on our appliances and tools, and it's good to be like, you know, we can make great food with very little. Okay.
This was the second episode of Chef Out of Water, and I made a 3-course meal using a clothing iron, which mostly went pretty well. I'm making mini crepes on an iron, which took like 3 hours to do. But I'm also decided to, you know, because I couldn't use other appliances, to hand whip this whipped cream for the layers of the crepe cake. And for some reason also decided to like pour an entire like container of heavy cream in there when I needed like maybe half a cup. But decided to pour like, I don't know, 2 cups of cream, so much cream. So I was like beating it and over, and my arms were so tired, and I was just like, what am I doing?
I mean, this whipped cream looks really pretty. Oh no, oh no. It's salt! You hear the gasps.
Oh my God, it was so awful. It was so awful. It was like, it tasted so terrible. I put like so much salt in there, and I had just spent 20 minutes beating it by hand, and I was like, what do I do? It was awful. It was awful. It was awful. It was just a rookie move. I was like going too fast. I wasn't paying attention. I was like being cocky. I was like, I got this beautiful whipped cream. I'm just gonna add. It was like licking a salt block. I should have just tested that it was sugar. It's like the easiest thing to do, and I was just rushing. So I've got some eggs here. I'm gonna pour some water over it and add a little bit of acid. After the first time I used a microwave and it went so poorly, all the commenters and my producer was like, we have to do it again. Oh, so we did. This episode, I was making a 3-course breakfast with a microwave. 30 seconds, 2 minutes, a minute. A minute, I'm gonna do a minute. It's just like inconsistent. That's why I hate microwaves. It's like inconsistent. You don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, it did kind of poach. I need to clean this up.
I mean, the egg looks, it did kind of poach, but that is obviously not a poached egg. And it was like, I just felt so frustrated. I felt so frustrated.
Let's light this fire.
I was really confident about the fire. This was the finale of Chef Out of Water, and they surprised me by bringing me to the Angeles National Forest, like an hour and a half outside of the city. We were in like hour out of service, like in the middle of woods. And I was so excited. I was like, finally, something I can work with, like a campfire. This is amazing. And I felt so happy and I felt so confident. Every episode asks what my confidence level is with this like little graphic, and I was truly at a 10, like maybe an 11.
Well, my fire's going and getting really hot, getting ready. I'm gonna start on dessert. I'm starting off with some plums.
I just added salt instead of sugar to the plums. The same mistake! I seriously don't know what's wrong with me. It's like the sugar was right there. Why did I put them next to each other? I had my like assistant off to the side, so we had to like wash off each plum in a bucket of water and then like blot it dry to get like any of the salt out. You know, looking back is really exciting. I mean, I think despite these mistakes, I feel really proud about the food I made and the obstacles of working with these weird appliances. I like pretty much overcame them, even with the microwave. There was still like edible, interesting food. You know, I think with the mistakes that I've made, I think the common thread is going too fast and rushing and like not taking my time, which is, you know, just a common thing I need to work on in life. If I had to give myself some advice, I would say just like, take your time. It's okay to go slow, you don't have to rush.
Oh, yes!